Hi everyone. Now we are going to discuss about the topic of illustration of Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. So you just go for a simple recap regarding what is called Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. According to this principle, we know well that the position and momentum of a particle, say electron, cannot be determined simultaneously to any desired degree of accuracy. And then you know about what may be the error calculation. So if you say delta x is the error on determining the position and delta p representing error in determination of momentum at the same instant, then the product of error in position and error in momentum will be equal to h by 2 pi. Otherwise you said is h cross, whereas the recent accurate measurement says that h by 4 pi or it is h cross by 2. So it was known that the product of two errors is approximately of the order of Planck's constant, whereas if we want to increase the accuracy on determining the position of the particle, and then there is a large decrease in the error on happening with respect to the measurement of momentum. So it is vice versa. So it means that one quantity is measured accurately, then the other quantity becomes less accurate. Since it is inferred that no more instrument can measure the quantities more accurately than predicted by Heisenberg's principle of uncertainty, or to be named as indeterminacy. So the same relation is also holds good for energy and time related to the given event. So you just find the product of delta E and delta T. Delta E represents the error in energy measurement and delta T represents the time difference, will be equal to again either it is h cross or h cross by 2. So according to classical ideas, it is possible for a particle to occupy a fixed position and have a definite momentum, and we can predict exactly its position and momentum at any time later. But according to the uncertainty principle, it is not at all possible to determine accurately the simultaneous values of position and momentum of a particle at any time. So we say Heisenberg's principle implies that in physical measurements, probability takes the place of exactness, and yes, such phenomena which are impossible according to classical ideas may find a small but finite probability of occurrence. So this one is the virtue with respect to the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. So now we just start explaining the illustration of Heisenberg principle in two cases. The first one is determination of position of a particle, say electron, with gamma ray microscope. For the measurement of a position of a smallest particle having a linear momentum, so there is an imaginary concept was taken by Heisenberg by means of, we say it is imaginary microscope with very high resolving power. So if we want to find out the position and momentum of the electron, so it can be observed by, it was activated or to be moment to be increased of the electron by use of photon which is scattered by it and to be processed through the microscope lens. So we already known when the formula for my resolving power of a microscope is given by delta x equal to lambda divided by 2 sin theta, where delta x the distance between 2 points which can be just resolved by the microscope. You just find here that distance between A and B will be equal to delta x. So here we have electron will be there, that will be supported with an electromagnetic wave, light photon. So this is the range in which the electron would be visible when disturbed by the photon. Whenever we have started using of the shortest wavelength, we have a chance of increasing the analysis of an accuracy on measuring the position of the particle. So we started using up. So the imaginary microscope is defined with gamma ray microscope, because we know gamma rays as the shortest wavelength. So gamma rays, X rays, UV is the order of electromagnetic wave. So gamma rays is the shortest wavelength. Whenever you are using up the shortest wavelength, we can achieve with highest resolution on analyzing the position of electrons is feasible. So that's why it's an imaginary concept of defining a microscope with very high resolving power. So you just known that the measurement of delta is uncertainty involved in the position of measurement of the electron, whereas when the incoming photon interact with the electron through Compton effect. So we already discussed about what is Compton effect. So when the electron is interacted with the electromagnetic wave, so we have a chance of the energy of the, you know about the light photons will act as a particle by means that particles to be interacted by the electrons, so that electrons absorbs the energy and start momentum. So absorbs the momentum, then it start moving from its position, whereas because of the emission of or the loss of energy of the photon, we are achieving with an electromagnetic will get passed through it with lowest energy, or you say with higher wavelength. So to be able to see the electrons, a scattered photon should enter the microscope with an angle of 2 theta here. So this is the angle. So if you want to see the electron to be moved or what about the position of the electron, so it to be scattered on this angle, then only it is an objective level we can see the movement of electrons. So the momentum imparted by the photon to the electron during the impact is of that of h by lambda. You know the formula, P will be equal to h by lambda. So you just find this term is resolved into two components. On left side it is minus, is about OA side it is minus of h lambda by sin theta into sin theta, whereas in right hand side OB equal to h by lambda sin theta. So it is P sin minus P sin theta on left side, on right side it is plus P sin theta. Now if you want to find out the uncertainty in the measurement of momentum in the x direction, you say it is delta px. So it is addition of the resolved momentum part on OA side and OB side. So by means that we get the resultant momentum on x direction will be 2h by lambda times of sin theta. Suppose you want to imply with the uncertainty principle, we know term delta x into delta px. What about the result? So you know the term delta x is nothing but the is about uncertainty in analyzing the position of the electron. It will be equal to lambda by 2 sin theta, representing the resolving power of the microscope, and delta px what we found out on this side. So once you substitute the values, you got the final term, it is equal to h. So you know well, while the uncertainty principle was derived by Heisenberg, so the product of uncertainty in position and momentum will be equal to h, whereas on sophisticated approach shows that the product of delta x and delta p is greater than or equal to h by 2 by now it is further improved as h by 4 pi, or it is h cross by 2. So it is clear that the process of measurement itself betters the particle whose properties are being measured. So this one is the illustration of Heisenberg's uncertainty principle using of gamma ray microscope. Is an imaginary concept defining the mathematical derivation is on the right path. Now we are going to discuss about the second illustration by using of diffraction of a beam of electrons by a slit. You just find the case, we have beam of electrons are passing through the slit. So you know well, if there is no slit, we have a chance of momentum of the electron directly move towards the screen here. Whereas it is getting closer to the slit, you must notice that the electrons at the edges get diffracted and moving towards the first minimal position. So we are achieving with diffraction pattern. So a beam of electrons is transmitted through a slit and received on a photographic plate at some distance. So we can only say that the electrons must have passed through the slit and cannot specify its exact location in the slit as electron crossing. Once there is no electron, we can definitely say there is no change of path. But once we are passing through the slit, it was noticed that we couldn't exactly determine position and momentum of the particle, or you say electron from slit to the screen. So hence the position of any electron recorded on the plate is uncertain by an amount equal to the width of the slit delta y. So this is the area we say that we have a chance of locating electrons from that equilibrium position to the first minimal position. So this is called as uncertainty in determining position of the electrons after the diffraction. So let lambda be the wavelength of the electrons and theta be the angle of deviation corresponding to the first minimum position. So from the theory of diffraction of light in optics, we have a term delta lambda the displacement happened due to diffraction of light will be equal to lambda divided by sin theta. So this is simply said the uncertainty in determining the position of electrons along the y-axis. So this one is the y-axis. So initially the electrons are moving in x-axis only, so there is no component of momentum on the y-axis. But as the electrons are to be diffracted at the edges of the slit, it just acquired with momentum by means that we are expecting the component of momentum on y-axis. So it is an electron acquires an additional component of momentum along the y-axis. So now you say that if P is the momentum of electron emerging from the slit, the component of momentum of the y-axis will be P sin theta. So as the electron may anywhere within the pattern along, it may be on left side or it may be on right side. So you just think about case, the example is given by means electron will get diverted on left side, whereas we have other chance the electrons on this side will go to right side. So we have a chance of the pattern the angle to be varied from minus theta to plus theta. The y component of the momentum electron may vary from minus p sin theta to plus p sin theta. So therefore the uncertainty on defining momentum in y-axis of the electron will be equal to delta py. It is equal to 2 times of p sin theta. You know the term P is nothing but the momentum of the electron will be written as h by lambda. So the term of delta Py will be written as 2h sin theta divided by lambda. So now we are just imposing with the uncertainty principle. What about the value of the product of uncertainty in position and uncertainty in momentum? So we know well the term delta y represents the uncertainty in position of the electron after the diffraction, so it is lambda by sin theta, and then the displacement may say about the uncertainty in momentum will be equal to 2h by lambda times of sin theta. So once you are imposing the manipulation, you got the final result of the product of uncertainty in position and uncertainty in momentum will be equal to 2h. So it says that the product of uncertainty in position and momentum is greater than at least greater than h by 2 pi, which confirms the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. So these two illustrations holds good with the experimental condition of Heisenberg's uncertainty principle is truly applicable for practical applications while you are considering for microscopic system or microscopic system of particles. So now we are just going to explain certain numerical problems which is related to the topic what we discussed on this class. So the first example is, I want to explain this. A microscope using photons is employed to locate an electron in an atom to within a distance of 0.2 Armstrong unit. So what is the uncertainty in the momentum of the electron located in this way? So this is the question what they given. So here they known well. So you want to analyze or to locate the electron within the atom of a distance 0.2 Armstrong unit. So which represents the maximum probability of finding the position of electrons delta x will be equal to 0.2 Armstrong unit. And then they simply ask about what about uncertainty in position. So most of the case you know well while you are applying of Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, so it is on safer side to work with h by 2 pi because most of the experimental analysis are confirmed with the data of the product of display uncertainty in position and momentum will be greater than or equal to h by 2 pi only, or you say this h cross. So by using of the same term you can say delta p is uncertainty in position will be equal to h by 2 pi times of delta x. So once you substitute all these values you got the final term of the uncertainty in momentum of the electron with respect to the condition given is equal to 5.274 10 power minus 24 kilogram meter per second. It's a very simple substitution of values to achieve the final solution. So very easiest problem with respect to Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Now we are start using of Heisenberg's uncertainty principle to solve one more the biggest problem at the starting of 20th century. It's regarding the proof for non-existence of electron in the nucleus on the basis of uncertainty principle. So after Sommerfeld, Bohr followed the condition of Sommerfeld and said that atom is consist of positively charged nucleus, whereas electrons revolving around the circular orbit over the nucleus. So it was confirmed that electrons are separated from the nucleus. There is no chance of electrons are available inside the nucleus. So how to prove it? So you just find the case how to solve. You know about the nuclear radius is of the order of at least 10 power minus 14 meter, and then if we have a chance of electron is available inside the nucleus, and what may be the maximum possible locations to identify the electrons within the orbit will be, r is the radius, and then the maximum positional variation will be of 2 times of r, it's a diameter. So the maximum possible uncertainty on position, on analyzing the position of electron within the nucleus will be equal to 2 times of r naught. You say it is 2 times of 10 power minus 4 meter. Then in known well, the uncertainty in the electron momentum will be equal to h by known well delta x into delta p. Sorry, delta x into delta p is greater than or equal to h cos by 2 at least. So as of this calculation, it was noticed that if you apply the value of Planck's constant and then the value what you got from here, so you can get the uncertainty in electron momentum will be equal to or nearly equal to or greater than 5.2 10 power minus 21 kilogram meter per second. Now we are just going to find out the momentum of the electron must be of the order of this level. I am saying it's a minimum one, and then if you start calculating the kinetic energy of the electron, then you say the term T will be equal to p squared by 2m. So if you substitute the minimum values what you got from the above calculations on this formula, then you can get the energy, or you say about kinetic energy of the electron will be equal to 95.7 million electron volt. So what it says that if there is a possibilities of electrons available inside the nucleus, the amount of energy, kinetic energy of the electron should be equal to or greater than 95.7 million electron volt. But we already known with by practical experiments or experimental procedures like beta decay, it was found that the electrons ejected or emitted from the atom will be of the order of 3 million electron volt. So it is also confirmed with some other mathematical interpretations also. From this case, it was found that, or it is concluded that there is no chance of electrons to be available inside the nucleus. So this is the one other proof what we got by following of Heisenberg's uncertainty principle to reveal that an atom consists of only positively charged nucleus and the electrons are revolving around the nucleus. There is no more chance of electrons are available inside the nucleus. So it confirms the real outlook of the atom. I think you understand this topic well. We will meet you soon with the next topic. Thank you.